Ta-da! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Tarot and Astrology. Here, I'll move the microphone closer. Here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year, and I mean that every single day of more than 3 years, every single day. But I am not always as blessed or have as much fun as the days when Miss Sarah's here. So, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, dear, and I'm happy to be here and hang out with all of you. So, yay!
All right. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. Somebody wants me to play with Mr. Dot, Mr. Laser Dot.
Mm-hmm.
He's very insistent. And poor Sarah has had to hear this insistence for half an hour, 45 minutes.
He's fine.
Okay.
He's fine.
You've had what, six kids?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing this is not the worst thing you've dealt with.
No.
Okay. No. Thank you.
He hasn't flailed himself on the ground in the middle of the grocery store and just played dead to move. Because it's got, there's cycles. There's the screaming like, I'm going to get everybody's attention. And then it's, I'm going to lay down and play dead and just go full dead weight on you where you can't move me. And then now that everybody's watching you, you'll look even more like a butthole when you drag me through the store because you can't. He's not doing that. You are golden. So, yeah. That reminds me, if some of y'all will see it, there's a video floating around of a little boy who did not want to play t-ball, and somebody made him play t-ball or Little League or something. And so he literally just drops down and goes dead in the middle of the like between home and first base. Like he's there just like, when they go to pick him up and he looked like he is committed to it. Like the legs just don't move in the arms. Like he's like they've got him by his shirt and he's just
so, that is some method acting.
Yes. And when that happens in the middle of the grocery store for lack of inserts, candy they don't need. Yeah. So little man back there is fine. He's good.
Broussard's wondering if he speaks Magadonian.
That's a very good segue.
There we go.
Okay.
I just want to quickly thank everybody and thank the moderators. Thank you, moderators. Thank you. And Lucky Girl especially. My gosh. There was a big kind of a mix-up yesterday, but it all turned out well. But it was stressful, and I'm so sorry that happened. So Kathy Lim says he sounds like a handful. Well, he just has lots of energy. Thanks, sweetheart.
I don't know if she's talking about the cat or the little boy in the oh. So yeah.
He's a good boy.
All right. At
3:40. Oh no. Oh yeah. Go ahead. I was gonna I was gonna show a couple of things, and you've got it absolutely perfectly right. Putting that in timestamp. Thank you. You're so good to me. I'm so grateful for you.
Oh, no problem. But as some of you know, Trump had another rant yesterday evening where he named his followers Magadonians. Hilarity ensued. We have some here.
Okay, let me share just a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know, but you're okay. You're okay. You have fresh food. You have fresh water. I know your litter stays nice and clean. Now you're nipping at my hand because you want to play, but just relax. Okay. Anyway, so this is a classic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's an oldie but a goodie. Some of these I'm going to skip because they're kind of icky, but this one's good.
Mm-hmm.
Metamorphosis nearly complete. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. There's the map. The map's been going around a bit.
There's a couple of variations on it, but that one's my favorite.
Yep. It's kind of hard to read. The Tower of Crooked Hillary, the Desert of Toupee,
Mm-hmm.
Great Forest, the Best Forest,
Great Forest.
Huge Castle, Tweetsburg, the Wall, and it's kind of hard to read. We like mountains, don't we, folks? The mighty kingdom of Magadonia.
Mm-hmm.
Roxana Lisa is suggesting Village of the Damned. There we go.
Very
And I thank you. There we go, Michelle. Lynette, you are a gem. Oompa, oompa, loompa, doopity doo. But
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. I said that's hysterical. And then my fan tried to eat something on my desk. So you're good. Okay.
But this is my favorite. This is absolutely, behold and bend the knee for His Highness and our protector, the King of Magadonia. Yeah, that's my favorite. Okay. So.
Oh my goodness. So yes, if you need a giggle later and have some free time on your hands, Magadonia memes is a Google search worth doing.
But some of them are gross.
Some of them are quite gross. So,
I would actually wait for I'm waiting for the BuzzFeed article because they'll usually pick the cleanest ones.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So.
I guess I should read on Magadonia.
All right, let's read on Magadonia.
Is this going to stick? Is it going to be a thing? Oh, and the map outline of his head, the country of his head, it's all over Twitter. It's all over Twitter. Just go to Twitter, type in Magadonian, and whammo. All right, so is Magadonia going to be a thing? Card for the reading. Ta-da! Behold the stupid. It's quite the rabbit. Two of Wands. That was quite the communication. The MAGA communication. The King of Pentacles. He's hoping to raise money from this. And Temperance, which is, no, this is not going to stick around. People are getting sick of this. They'll make fun of it for a long time, but but he's hoping he makes some money from it. So that is Magadonia.
If someone offers you Magadonian currency, do not invest.
Really?
At all. PSA. Okay.
B. Smith is hoping it can be like Magadoon. Magadoon.
Oh goodness. Okay, at 8:50. The Washington Post is reporting that Fani Willis's Trump election fraud case has expanded into, quote, several other states. In particular, Willis's team has been investigating the fact that Trump's campaign hired two different companies to investigate voter fraud accusations and then buried their results when they came back empty-handed.
Okay, I lost internet.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Could you please repeat that?
Sure. Okay, so the Washington Post is reporting that Fani Willis's Trump election fraud case has expanded into several other states. In particular, Willis's team has been investigating the fact that Trump's campaign hired two different companies to investigate voter fraud accusations and then buried their results when they came back empty-handed. Given that these firms did work not only in Georgia but in other key swing states Trump lost in, it's forced Willis's office to go beyond state borders for evidence. Prosecuting via Georgia's racketeering laws means these charges could eventually be state and federal, because at that point RICO gets involved. Not that RICO is a person, but yeah. So what will happen? And then there's this part 2 to this after.
All right, so Fani Willis with the potential RICO charges, and not just the name of Jasmine's over at Baddies and Budgets. Not just the name of her turtle. She has an envelope in her budget for RICO. It's the first time you see it. What? And she's like, oh, you know, he's got 50. She's like, it doesn't need any more money, and I don't want to hear about it. She says in one of her videos, and I don't want to hear about it. RICO, he cost me about $50 a year. RICO is a turtle, and he lives like a king. Anyway, Chariot. Oh, this is a big deal. Bigly deal. Huge. Bigly. The biggest parade afloat. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Yes, exactly, lucky girl. More like Rico Fraude.
Oh, Lordy.
That's awesome.
That is hysterical.
But my worry is I don't know what that if that's a word in Spanish. So I said it, but I'm a little trepidatious. All right, 2 of Swords. Yeah, these are legal decisions, and these are dumb decisions he made coming to light in a big way. Here's the Fool right in the center. He and the fools around him, he got to do this with him. 9 of Cups is usually the guy sitting there with the whole row of cups behind him, which is all the evidence laid out. And the 2 of Pentacles, which is, he doesn't have much of a defense. And he doesn't really have a way to say, but it's all very unsteady. So, and the lengths that what they actually did was so brazen.
Oh yeah,
and so obnoxious. Michelle L says Jack Smith was subpoenaing those several states involved in the fake elector scheme back in November. The first thing he did when he was appointed. Federal charges are in his pure purview.
Yeah.
King of Swords, that's a prosecutor. Queen of Cups, that's us. Well, it's also Fani Willis, but it's also us going, oh, let me get some tea and sit down and watch. Lovers. I'm getting a really strong feeling of him and the people around him. Very, like, super strong feeling about the group of them. And then 4 of Cups is... there's so much. Actually, it kind of feels like she's they're as soon as like things come down, it's like but and it's like, look, I've already talked to you guys. I've already given you opportunities to get a deal or to flip, because she has gotten some people to flip. And she was like, okay, this is on the table, but only some of you can take it.
Right.
This opportunity. And it's going to be but and she's like, I don't want to hear it. Don't hear it. So this is big. This is big, and it really does feel it's the group.
Good.
The question is, I want to make sure, is Trump the center of that group? Is he included in who she's going after? Temperance. Why do we have a Temperance card? King of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Well, that was the plan. There was a plan there weren't enough votes. This was a plan. And who started the plan? I would think Trump would be at the center of this. I'm concerned after all these years.
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl Clark, I agree. So happy to see you, Sarah.
Oh. It's good to hang out with you guys.
Page of Cups. 3 of Cups. Well, That looks good. Hermit and 9 of Wands. I'm not getting Trump specifically though, which I'm not liking. But there, it could be this year, like, because she's going after the electors. She's going after Lindsey Graham and all these other people who were involved. So they are definitely feeling the heat. They are definitely panicking. But it feels like it's too late for people to flip now. It's like, nah, I've got that information.
Well, that sort of feeds into part 2 of this. Velda asks, we know in August, Fani's going to be filing charges. She's asking the other judges to clear their calendars. Bragg filed 34 charges against Trump. Will Willis file more?
Against whom? Against Trump?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So are we looking at kind of the same amount or more for Trump specifically?
Split the deck, shuffled. That's what's sitting at the bottom. My favorite card in this deck. How awesome is that?
That is amazing. Yes.
All right. 34 is the magic number. Do I hear 35? 35, 35, 35, 35, 36, 36. Do I hear 36? 36 and 40. 40, 40. Going once, going twice, 42, 42. The answer to everything, 42, 42, 45. Wouldn't that be, oh my gosh, if it was 45, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes. That would be amazing. Yes.
Velda Ray says, Emily Kors, the Georgia grand jury foreperson, stated in her interviews 12 to 14 indictments may be coming. Just on Trump?
I don't.
King of Cups. Is that just on him or was that on everybody? Page of Pentacles. Chariot. It's going to be a big deal. Ace of Cups. And it's starting soon. That's... And these idiots really do not have a leg to stand on. They are in such a weak position. This is just a page. And yeah, that's...
But the thing with Fani's charges, they may potentially be smaller in number, but they're more heavily weighted because they can also lead to federal charges on top of that, which, as has been pointed out, would not be in her purview. But if someone is prosecuted for racketeering on a state level, federal's not far behind. So,
should I look at that?
Feel free. Let's look at that. 18.
Cheryl Clark says Fani is including other states. Lois McDonald says, I think 12 to 14 is on everybody. I have trouble believing that, actually. I would think it would be more, but I don't know. Isabel Moss says maybe 12 to 15 people indicted. Could be. Well, certainly. I mean, just look at the number of fake electors. Plus Trump, plus Graham, plus, yeah. Lucky Girl says, no, 12 to 14 people involved. How many fake electors were there? Weren't there like 8?
I think so.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucky Girl. Azalea says Jack has been helping her. Mel Broussard is asking, over under, how many total counts will Trump be indicted on by Bragg, Willis, and Jack Smith? I say 100. Let's get this man to the century mark. All right, federal charges, related federal charges, RICO charges. Is that going to come after? Is that coming after Fani Willis state charges? King of Pentacles. This is whoever was behind it. Now that could be Trump, but 3 of Cups again. 7 of Swords. They tried to steal an election. Swords, it would be your choices, and communications, this would be voting, and stealing Swords would be stealing votes, or trying to. And then 9 of Pentacles. And sitting pretty. This would be ill-gotten gains. These are gains you got from stealing, and then we are going to see it. So there's a lot. I know I keep saying it, but and it just seems like it's taking a long time. I'm sorry. I took my antihistamine. What is the problem? But there's just so much coming.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get something to cut. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
You're
get
good.
right back.
You're good. Okay. Bum. Michelle says there is 16 fake electors in Georgia. Half of them apparently have immunity. Well, there's only really one way to get immunity, and that's if somebody offers you immunity. And people don't tend to just offer immunity because, you looked cute that day or
for funsies.
So, okay. Well, that sort of, hang on one moment. Look back at the questions here, rearranging some stuff. Okay.
That's a point, lucky girl. Yeah, let's not forget one lawyer didn't tell many of her clients about immunity deals. And she was representing 10 fake electors in Georgia. Oh, gosh. Sally says my allergies have been acting up on me as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Let's see. Next, we'll look at 22 even. Ooh. Okay. And I wrote this how I talk, so it's hysterical. Sort of. Not to toot my own horn, but you know how Trump was caught on tape sharing details about the Iranian war document?
Yeah. Say again?
It's missing. It's gone. It has poofed into the aether. Nobody can generate it. It did exist, but like the parrot in Monty Python, it has now ceased to be. Is this?
It is an X top secret document.
Yes, it is an X document. Is this how Trump got $2 billion from the Saudis?
This feels like 5 cards. I was just going to do 3. It's like, no, this is a 5 card. Knight of Cups. This is how America would move. Three of Swords. King of Pentacles again. King of Swords. 3 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Well, this would be betrayal of the country. What if this King of Pentacles is Trump? That's a prosecutor right there. And this is communication and chaos. I wonder if he just runs his mouth so much. I mean, I don't know that I don't know if he would necessarily be like, hey, come here, see this paper? How about lots of money for it? I don't know that he would do that so blatantly. But he runs his mouth. And, it's just as possible that he ran his mouth enough and gave enough away that the Saudis were out there on the golf course with him, and one of them said to one of their flunkies, go into his office, get the paper, And Secret Service probably wouldn't want that, but Mel Bernard says Pentacles could be Saudi Arabian wealth fund, sovereign wealth fund. That's true. That's true. Knight of Wands. He runs his mouth. He's just... Blah. Three of Wands again, looking for... He's looking for money. They all know he's looking for money.
Mm-hmm.
Four of Swords. And the Saudis, apparently the Saudis have not completely twigged that they're running out of oil.
It is a finite resource, yes.
Yeah. So, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. This feels like a golf tournament type party.
Well, isn't that
he knew he was outside of the bounds of legality. He knew he was in a dead area where it's like, you don't do that. But he desperately was just waiting for a ship to come in. And this is some kind of party, and this might be party. For all the talk of what a teetotaler he is, maybe this could be drunk on ego or power, but feeling here of like the party got to a certain point, and then it was where he was more amenable, and then it was like, let's do some business. That's what I'm getting. Mel is saying LIV is a money laundering vehicle. Yeah. That's true. Anti-Scamantha. Trump owes a lot of money. This might be a way to have foreign entities pay his debts.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. At 2707. Trump lawyer Evan Corcoran habit of dictating his notes into his phone has aides to the former president furious and unnerved now that the DOJ has the phone and has transcribed his musings. According to a description of the recorded notes, Mr. Trump asked Mr. Corcoran if he had to comply with the subpoena. Mr. Corcoran told him that he did. That exchange could be useful to prosecutors as they collect evidence on whether Mr. Trump sought to obstruct the subpoena process and interfere with the government's broader efforts to retrieve all of the sensitive records he took with him from the White House. So basically, he can't say, well, I didn't know, because he's on record having gotten legal advice to where he was told, nah, don't do that. Stop it. So, how airtight will the indictments be once they start flowing?
Because in theory, the more airtight they are, the more likely this man might actually see the inside of a prison cell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we doubt it. But
yeah.
See, I think that if you put him in, I think house arrest is not enough of a punishment to dissuade people in future from doing this.
Right. And
they don't have to put him in a regular prison. They could, do you know how many black sites there are? Do you know how many secured facilities there are?
Mm-hmm. Can't they just yeet him to Epstein's Island and just let him stay there?
Well, they're trying to get buyers for Epstein's Island, and there aren't any takers because
no, there's not enough sage ever.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, Sage and Purell just carpet bombing the place with Sage and Purell. Just sad. Three of Pentacles. Well, there's a plan. And Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, Five of Wands, Five of Swords. What exactly am I reading on?
How airtight are these indictments going to be?
Well, he's an idiot. We know that. Look, I've got the things. Look, we have Jack Smith and other people who can come after him and say, excuse you. This is a lot of trying to, oh, he was supposed to take care of this. He did blame others, blame others, blame others. But this is insult to injury, and the fool, dead to rights. Dead to rights right there. Dead to rights.
Good.
Kristen, Frank for the News, I read on that several days ago, but thank you.
Yesterday or day before? When did you?
Yeah. It's like 2 or 3 days ago. Thank you.
Okay.
I agree. I agree. And Jack Smith is too smart to not make it airtight. Thank you.
At 3050.
Yes.
Predictions are flowing by those in the know that the remaining of Trump's lawyers are planning on, quote, cutting their losses and leaving once the indictments start flowing. Will there be anyone left to defend him?
But the question is where? There's so many different places.
Yeah.
And
but as soon as they start, people are ready to just,
and in theory, there are always more bubblegum machines where you can put in 2 quarters and get out the plastic ball, open it up, add some water, poof, lawyer. I mean, there are other lawyers he could get from a bubblegum machine, but that's not really going to help him. Sandy Miller says public defender. Oh, I would feel so sorry for that person. This is definitely lawyers being like, I do tired of the fighting, tired of he doesn't listen. And are any of them being paid? Cheryl Clark says we should be on indictment watch next week. Well, from whom? From Jack Smith? Because there's talk that Jack Smith finished, say, the top secret documents part of what he's supposed to look at, but he now needs to go on to January 6th stuff. But he may not wait to go after. He may not wait, and Garland may not wait until he's then finished with the January 6th stuff to do it all at once. So, I mean, it's possible. But Fani Willis has had all the justices in the area to clear their schedules for early August, which would mean not only for security reasons, but in theory, that would mean that there were multiple people involved who can go to be in all the different courtrooms.
I mean, at this point, they're just going to have to, At this point, they're going to have to just have court in a stadium or something and put it on the Jumbotron. I mean,
yes.
Okay, somebody mentioned that in chat earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't catch who did. But when you look at all of these electors and all of their lawyers and all of the witnesses, all, I mean, they're going to have to they're going to have to get a larger venue. It's going to have to be a something.
Strangely enough, normally Trump is the king of wands, but today the cards have decided he is the king of pentacles. There he is, and there's the chaos that's going to follow. This is all the evidence that's been gathered. These are Page of Swords. These are lawyers who are so far out of their depth. They belong in the kiddie pool, and they've been thrown into the deep end of the Olympic pool that's full of Trump piranhas. I mean, it's just, and this is Trump, waiting for his ship to come in. But I wonder if they're getting paid. I really do. If they're left wondering if they're going to, they're waiting for their ship to come in. But this is just chaos. This is howling at the moon chaos. Which means once the things come down, Trump's going to be even more panicked, upset, and impossible to get him to do what you recommend. He's going to become even more unhinged. It doesn't seem possible. The two of the things I'm picking up is that DeSantis is not done. You'd think he's run out of heinous things to try to pass laws about. No.
Mm-mm.
No. Mm-mm. Oh, he's running for president, so he'll moderate his positions or something. No. Mm-mm. He is a true believer in fascism.
Mm-hmm.
White Christian nationalism. And he's not gonna get better. There's more coming. And then with Trump, he's not gonna there's just, I don't know. I know I'm naive, but there's always this part of me that's like, okay, there comes a point where your own sense of self-preservation would kick in and you'd start keeping your mouth shut. No.
His hubris outweighs any sense of self-preservation.
Yeah.
I mean, his ego is beyond measure.
Narcissism. Ain't it grand?
Yes, it is. Okay, at 3620, the RNC is requiring Trump and anyone else who may want to participate in the debate to have a certain amount of points in 3 different approval polls and 40,000 unique donors.
Okay.
Will Trump be able to meet the requirements? Because those approval polls are not looking that great for him at the moment.
Yeah, but you only need like 1%. I'm looking. I'm pulling cards.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's a burden for the other people, but it's certainly a burden. My question is he going to show up at all? Lovers. So the Covfefe swillers, the true believers. Justice is going to throw a bit of a wrench in his presidential aspirations. And Queen of Pentacles. This is for the others. Just, can you get MAGA on board? Do you have enough donors? Enough?
Yeah.
But justice is in the middle, and that is going to throw a wrench. Is Trump going to have here? He's already got enough to be there, but it's definitely a burden for the others. And people will just tread water until there's enough coming down on Trump that his numbers sink. But I'm not sure his numbers will ever sink low enough that he would not be able to go to the debates. Question is, does he want to? Is he going to play games?
I don't think he'll go.
Shall I look?
Sure. Let's look at that. 3815. Will Trump actually shuttle?
Will Trump actually go to the Republican debates? Because the other thing you have to do is you have to promise you're going to support the candidate, the final candidate. And I agree, free speech. This justice card is dope. Yes. So, debates. Will Trump take part in the debates? Did I hear correctly that that CNN wants him to come back on? Did I hear that correctly?
That might have changed because CNN got rid of their CEO this morning.
Really?
They've replaced him with whoever was running the parent company. But yeah, so I don't know. That regardless of what may have been, that might not be now.
So did they get rid of? So did they get rid of the far right guy, or the guy who was trying to take the company or the channel to the far right? Because numbers have just tanked.
Yeah, that's why they got rid of him.
Yeah.
If somebody is in the know more on that, drop that in the chat, please.
All right. Is Trump going to show up for the debates? Well, the first thing I've got is the Eight of Pentacles. So there are a lot of different ways to run a campaign. If he doesn't show up for the debates, there's still places he could go and people he could talk to, although that is it doesn't look good. Chris Licht. Yes, CM. I think
that's who's gone.
Yay.
So.
Yay. Good. All right. Will he go? So here I've got the Two of Wands. So this is the far right communication. Two of Pentacles. This is people jockeying for position. It's not stable. Now, talking about Trump in particular, this is the Seven of Swords. This is a thief card right in the middle. Then we have an Emperor and a Hangman. So if we put these three together, I would think maybe not. Because this Emperor suspended. And this attempted theft of votes. Get people away from the RNC or something? Let me see if I can get any more clarification on this. I get the little people as he sees them, the other people trying. They're struggling. They're struggling. And with charges coming down and people talking about that's a whole lot of free publicity for the orange trader.
Yes.
So thank you for letting me know about Licht. Thank you. Happy to see him go.
Great.
All right. Trumpy Wumpy. Debatey weighty.
Free to expand. How many Scaramucci's did Chris Licht stay to CNN? Oh, goodness.
Oh, dear. Is Trump going to take part in the debates? Okay, what this is saying to me, the card for the reading is Justice.
Okay.
Then is he to debates? Again, I've got this theft, the card, the thief here, but I've got the Five of Pentacles, which is being out in the cold. And then the Wands is just waiting for your ship to come in, which makes me think that he's going to remain aloof and it's beneath me and I don't have to. The first Republican debate is in August. Let's see, what else is going on in August? Beagle Justice card. Once he panics, once he sees how much legal trouble he's in, et cetera, and the way he sees it, the only way to save his own bacon is to become president again. So this would be, but once he realizes just what a bad situation he's in, he jumps back in with both feet. So, August.
Yay.
And maybe sooner, because Jack Smith and Merrick Garland might come down with the top secret document stuff before then.
Very cool. So, in and about face.
Oh, hang on a second. CC Ryder says no news articles on Chris Licht firing. The only thing I see is CNBC. CNN's new COO hire underscores bond between CEO Chris Licht and WBD boss David Zaslav.
I am looking at an article. Hang on one moment.
Yeah. A chance to take a drink. And thank you. Lucky Girl says, Autumn, please don't run bacon for me. It's all I've got. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Sister says Chris Licht has not been fired.
Hang on one moment. Because what I'm looking at said that he had stepped down.
Robin Roberts says, reminds me of the Counting Crows album, August and Everything After. Ruin bacon?
No. Because Kristen sent me 2 articles this morning. Kristen, you sent me one that discussed how David Levy, he's the chief corporate officer for CNN's parent company, has taken over for Chris Licht since he has had to cede control of the business. So, and then I've got another article here from Mediaite, and I'm trying to find their source. But having said all that, we'll get to the bottom of it here in a little bit. But at 46 minutes, though. Let's see here.
What am I reading on?
Okay. No, you're good. We had stopped for a second because I was looking at that and looking at this. And okay. So, 46:25. And Sarah didn't have this on her 2023 bingo card, but she's here for it news. E. Jean Carroll and Mary Trump are teaming up to collaborate on a romance novel.
I like it.
So how's this going to go? What is this? Is this going to be well received, or will the endeavor be successful?
I hope so.
So do I.
I want a copy. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care what it is. It can just be. It can be the purplest prose to ever. It can be Prince Central. It can be 1999 purple prose, and I'm down for it. I'm so buying a copy.
Yes. Yes.
I like Mary Trump. She's very open-minded. And
yes,
she's very open to trying new things and talking to new people. And I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
2 of Wands. All right. That's the traditionally it's the card of communication. And it is a 2. So not a partnership on communication, maybe. All right, let's see. Oh boy, these poor people, both of them, they've been through the ringer. They deserve some goodness in their lives. 4 of Wands. Strength. Oh, bless them. Bless them both. Bless them both. They've given a lot of courage to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Lovers, which is great for a romance novel. King of Cups. I don't know about bestseller, like longevity bestseller, but King of Cups, that would be good. That would be a romance hero. Lovers, fun. This would be fun for them, and they would sell some. They would sell some copies. I'm sign me up. If there's a pre-order, I'm in. Take my money. Let me see 3 more. Marjorie Harrison says a niche. Well, that's the thing in Romancelandia. Everything is split out very carefully into like sub genres, and people like a very specific kind of story. Just so and this is very different from that, and that's how they find what they want.
Mm-hmm.
It's the topic. It's the specific subgenre, which is what people go for. So I don't know what genre they're going for, but anyway, Michelle L, thank you so much. Thank you. Makes a big difference. Thank you. Let me see if I can find out anything else here.
I just think it's really cool. And again, not what I had on my bingo card, but I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Also, we're on the Creative Sprints channel in the afternoon, the 2 of us. And and we're all for the writing, the creativity.
Do the thing. Yes.
Creative projects, It's good for finding a creative outlet of any kind it's good for you mentally, emotionally, physically, because it releases stress. It's good energy for the universe, for the world, for your own life. We are huge proponents of creative outlets of any kind. You can be a crocheter, you can be a novel writer, you can be a painter, you can be anything. Doesn't matter. It's just good. So, King of Pentacles. They've also they've both been hit financially by Trump.
Yeah.
And this Queen of Swords here is not only legal, these strong women legally, but swords are not only legal matters. That would also be writing. Swords are air signs, so this would be writing. And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is working. So it feels like there's going to be more than one. There'll be maybe two or three.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All righty. So we are leaving Macedonia, whatever.
Magadonia. But just 1 second. Linda, thank you so much. Please read on my question. I don't
have your question here. Let me see if I can scroll up.
And also, this isn't pay to play, just so you know. You don't have to pay money to get us to get me to read on things. Just put your questions in the chat before I come on. And if I don't read on it one day, chances are very high I'll read on it the next day. So
yeah.
The other thing I was going to say, but the other thing is, if you want to publish romance, novels, Sarah and I both know that where that can go wrong. There's a reason why people study the craft of crafting fiction for years and years and years and years. Yeah, we know where it can go wrong, but I wish them all the best, and I'm in.
I went and looked up. Yes, Lucky Girl, and I saw Linda's question, and I addressed that earlier before we came on. Autumn does not read on minors. So that is not something that she will touch.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't read on minors.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Yes. E. Jean Carroll is a writer. She's been a columnist for a million years. Now, as far as fiction, I think she's done a book. I'd have to look.
I'm going to look it up while you're doing your thing. E. Jean Carroll.
And that is a good recommendation, Lana. Romancing the Beat by Gwen Hayes is a good one.
Yes. E. Jean Carroll. Fiction. Writer. E. Jean Carroll has 9 books on Goodreads. Okay, these are books by E. Jean Carroll. You're going to love this, all right?
Let's do it.
Hunter, The Strange and Savage Life of Hunter S. Thompson. Okay.
Fabulous. What
Do We Need Men For? A Modest Proposal.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Right Now, How a Smart Woman Can Land Her Dream Man in 6 Weeks. It's got 3 stars. A Dog in Heat is a Hot Dog and Other Rules to Live By. The Cheerleaders, a true story about a 5-year string of murders, accidents, and suicides in a small New York town. That's sad. Female Difficulties, Sorority Sisters, Rodeo Queens, etc., Modern Girls. E. Jean Carroll's Maya's Proposal. What is this? Is this fiction? She was an advice columnist for a long time and was very successful at that.
Yes.
It went on for a long time. No, even Maya's proposal is based on what was sent to her for her column. So I'm not picking up fiction from her.
Unless she has a pseudonym.
That's true. That's very true.
And she very well may could. So.
Yeah. Janelle Espinosa says E. Jean had a great advice column. Awesome.
Okay. Well, heading away from Magadonia.
Yay. Bye.
Toodaloo. Unfortunately, we're going from there to Texas. So, sorry.
Oh, no.
And
Texas. Teggis.
Texas has one of the largest trans communities in the United States.
Wow.
On Friday, Governor Abbott signed legislation that would ban minors from receiving any kind of gender-affirming care, including puberty blockers and hormone therapies. The bill goes into effect on the 1st of September, though speculation is already abound that it will be struck down in court before then. What will happen? Is it going to actually be allowed to go through on the 1st of September?
You see, and this is so short-sighted because you don't understand the full. These people have this such a narrow view of what gender-affirming care is, when the reality is that there are some people who are born hermaphrodites. There are some people who are born with various complications or what have you. So you're going to block their care too? It's so stupid. And to think, and that's what I run across. The number one thing I run across with the far right. They cannot understand how big the world is, how many people are in it, and that they're the what you run across, the instances of what people are dealing with is so much more than your little pea brain can understand or you're willing to understand. They're not willing to accept that that you cannot make decisions for every single circumstance.
Yep.
Every single circumstance. Matter of fact, that's why in court there is no one law that there are no exceptions.
Right.
No exceptions under any circumstances. There are no laws like that. You don't run across that in court. So why are they trying to do that for people medically? Sorry, I'm a little upset. 10 of Swords. This is so damaging. This is so damaging. Because they have this stupid 1950s idea of Jack and Jill. People, they're at the very bottom rung of what's outside of their narrow thinking. There are gay penguins. Penguins they're not some penguins who decided, you know what? I feel like being gay. They didn't read an article. They didn't talk to somebody.
Indoctrinated by rainbows at Target.
Yes. Sorry. King of Wands. Yes. This is a fascist. When when wands go bad, it's fascism. When wands are good, they're amazing. Fire sign, get it done, get going, take action, fantastic. But when it's bad, it's just fascism. And I usually love this card, the Six of Cups. This lovely Saturday at the garden center kind of. But no, when it's not, this is Jack and Jill. And there are only two genders, and everybody's heterosexual unless they choose otherwise. Five of Wands. And Page of Pentacles. Also, do not forget that the reason these people are going after the LGBTQ plus community is because they got rid of Roe. They got rid of Roe versus Wade. They are emboldened. And now they need a new boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
So this is their stupidity. This is them trying to stir things up. This is just a page of pentacles. This is not across the country. This is not everywhere. And this 10 of Cups is a happy family, which is what will happen eventually. And as far as, wasn't there talk about, will this go to, will this be, run up against some kind of federal law? This would be happy family under like a Biden administration. So I would think so.
Okay.
Phyllis Rowan says, in Florida, they banned the book about the 2 male penguins who took care of the orphaned baby penguin.
Of course they did.
Penguins. Although I have to say, there was a meme I saw recently. Talk about a perfect photograph, or the terrifying photograph. So, a penguin apparently lunged at a camera. I guess it felt threatened, or I don't know what, or it was just in a bad mood. I don't know. But as it lunged for straight for the camera, it opens its beak, and you could see all the teeth and it's like, okay,
let's be nice to the little penguin.
Right. Have a fish.
We're gonna respect the pretty little penguin and back up.
Yeah. Let's just open this little can of sardines. Here you go. You have it's in water. Here you go. You have that. I'll be over here.
Well, on the flip side, at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 45 seconds in, a Tennessee federal judge has declared the state's recent drag ban as unconstitutional.
Yay!
As it violated the performer's freedom of speech. It suggested that lawmakers in the state will appeal to a higher court. Will they be successful? Because eventually these things are going to go to SCOTUS in one way or another. That's the whole point. Because they know they're not going to really succeed at the base level. It's going to have to go. So, yeah.
Spirit Watcher Suzanne, yes, love has no gender. Absolutely. All right. Banning. What exactly are they trying to ban?
Tennessee had passed a law with a drag ban, and a judge found that was unconstitutional. It was basically saying that you couldn't do any sort of drag because of or around anyone below the age of 18 because it was obscene and this, that, and the other. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mara Pemberton, thank you so much. Treats for the kitties. Thank you. And Fran, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Very sweet. So, but the governor and the other lawmakers are already looking to appeal. So,
well, where did I just see? There's a very good. Auntie Scamantha said, you can't say that one group of people can wear costumes in public and another group can't. Thank you. What is drag? What about Halloween?
Yep.
Because Halloween is 3 days. Oh, Azalea, my gosh, thank you so much.
You are being so sweet, my bestie. Thank y'all.
Live with snakes and lizards and other things that go bump in the night. Yeah. Halloween is every day. It's from the 80s. Anyway, 8 of Wands. This is just one of their stupid.
I wonder how many of these guys listened to hair metal back in the day.
You're right.
Yeah.
How many of those people were bopping around to Poison?
Exactly. All
right. Swelling the Covfefe. Empress. Well, this is also love knows no gender. Exactly. The country, insult to injury. Passing a law that's insult to injury. Here's a star. and 5 of Cups. Oh boy. What it feels like is it doesn't matter if it gets cut down. We're still going to have drag queens, drag kings, drag queens. And in these states, they are still going to be persecuted. It's not even legal persecution. They'll just be persecuted, period. Linda Johnson says, what about the circus and the clowns? Mm-hmm. Janelle says, or Kiss. Mm-hmm. This is minor arcana. They'll pass laws. They'll pass all kind of stuff. But first of all, you cannot hold a good drag queen down. That ain't happening. And good for her. And 5 of Cups here they're still. Oh God, I can't with these people. Why embrace hatred?
I don't know, but I mean, they're not. They can't like enforce a national dress code. So I mean,
thank you.
We're not going to get sent to the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. We have 3 questions left. Do you want to do all 3, or do you want to meet? Because there's one here. If you wanted to just do one more, I've got a good one to end on. Okay, or we can do all 3.
Let me see.
11, 12, and 13 is what's left.
Hang on a second. Yes, let's look at let's just look at number 11.
Okay. All right. Sharon asked at 1 hour, 7 minutes, 15 seconds.
Jennifer Taylor, what about makeup as a costume? What about a metal guy who walks around with black nail polish on? What about Hal Sparks with his hair?
Are we taking away guy liner? Because I mean, where will Billy Joe go? Lead singer Green Day. I know you know, but all right. So Sharon asks, although most readers are seeing Biden win in 24, I'm concerned that MAGAs will cheat their candidate into office, as has apparently happened with DeSantis. So what will happen?
The energy feels good for the Democrats, for what it's worth. But my gosh, every last one of us has to vote. And I mean every last one of us has to vote.
Yeah.
A Free Spirit says, my grandson is in a Vegas drag show. Awesome.
Rock on.
Rock on.
So cool.
This is the card, part man, part woman, all angel. Right there.
I love that.
All right. We were just talking about that. Okay, but we are looking at 2024, and that's going to be one of the issues, how women are being treated, the stupidity of trying to force everybody to be, oh, you're a woman, you need to, what's next? Are women going to have to wear skirts?
That
ain't happening. I don't like skirts. I used to wear skirts, but I don't like them anymore. It's too hard to just, get the cat can lay anywhere on my legs this way. Well, this is so many people voting for Democrats. The Republicans are going into this really embracing this far right garbage, and women are fed up, which puts the far right on the defensive, because women are scared. women are scared. And by that point, how much damage will have been done? How many? I mean, I don't want to go too deep into this because I will start crying and just becoming furious.
Yeah.
How many women are going to be hurt by then? How many women have been hurt? Just okay. A message for us. Let's just do a message for us to leave on a better note.
Okay.
So. Yvonne M says Jesus wore a quote unquote dress. Otherwise, woman says nobody's going to make me shave my legs. Good for you.
I love you. Oh.
All right, message for us. It's a beautiful day. That's the main thing I'm getting. It's a beautiful day. Lynette asked, what about kilts? Are kilts drag?
Oh, goodness. I don't think they realize that the can of worms that they're opening with all this. It's just they have
because they're looking. Their viewpoint is this wide. That's it. They're not looking. They're not thinking about. No. All right, a message for us. First, we start with the Three of Swords. All right, let me see what that refers to exactly. All right, Four of Swords, sleepless nights, Magician, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Temperance. Okay. If we have waited for a long time, we've been waiting a long time for justice. And meanwhile, these people feel emboldened because no one on their side has been really held accountable for things like January 6th and the stuff that Trump has done. So they really feel emboldened. So we're waiting. We're waiting for the Magician to go, ta-da! Queen of Pentacles. By the way, there were really good job numbers today. It was only expected to be, now correct me, I'm not good with numbers, 160,000 jobs is what they were expecting, and they got like 390,000. I mean, it was big. And the unemployment rate apparently ticked up just a tiny bit. It went from like 3.4% to like 3.7% because more people are looking for jobs. They're coming into the workforce. Now, are people on the right going to drive us crazy? Just act a fool, be obnoxious? Yes. But we don't have to respond to them. In the same way that people who would come out with all this heinous, bigoted, racist stupidity in past, we would just ignore them, or would be like, get lost. That's what we need to go back to.
Yes.
So, hang in there. The country is doing much better than so many places in the world. I think it was House Sparks this morning was saying that the inflation rate in Venezuela is up to 400%. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, and there was somewhere else he was talking about, but the world economy is we're doing so much better. So much better. Plus, we still have the infrastructure bill passed. That's moving forward. New stuff being built, infrastructure being improved. There's good stuff happening. And do not let these jerks steal your joy. All right. So it's always good to go to look at the news. We look together with friends, as friends. We look at the news, but then take a deep breath. I know I say it all the time, but it's true. We are in this together.
Absolutely.
You're not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead.
Yes.
And clear your schedule in August because, boom, that's going to be fun. And there's going to be more other than that too. So, and I want to say, is it Letitia James? The first trial with her is October 24th or 5th or something.
Mayhaps. That does sound correct.
Something like that.
Somewhere around there.
There's so much good coming. There's so much good stuff coming. All right. So hang in there.
Yes.
Yep. So that's going to do it for us for today. At 3 o'clock, we'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. We're always happy to see you, encourage you on whatever kind of project you're doing. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to that. And thank you again, Miss Sarah. It's always wonderful when you're here.
It's good to hang out with you guys. So, yes.
All right. Oh, and CC Ryder's reminding us that Bannon the trial will be at the end of the year. Oh, all right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you right back here tomorrow.